it's a very personal thing, more so than a lot of anything else that I've had a crack at. I mean, the character is very personal, and no one else can really kind of give you interpretation. I mean, Franco can suggest things, and you may find that they fit in with what you think, but I've realized that you're pretty much on your own in a way. So.
First to Scotland. Dunnottar Castle got the part of Elsinore, nice and eerie. The trouble is the weather wasn't. We came here for dark and angry weather, and instead we got Miami.
Swoon, show me what thou do. Would weep, would fight, would fast, would tear thyself, I'll do it. Dost thou come here to wind her, face me with leaping in her grave? Be buried quick with her, and so will I. Nay, and thou mouth, I'll rant as well as thou.
Jerry.
Medieval swimwear, or portable sauna. There's no sun in Hamlet's Denmark, except me, of course. The crew set to work in an effort to block out the summer weather. But then nature comes to our rescue. Rain, and more rain. We've hardly started and we've lost valuable time. But luckily we're in the hands of the only man, other than Olivier, who has really succeeded in putting Shakespeare on the screen. Franco made Romeo and Juliet, and The Taming of the Shrew with the Burtons.
There is a dummy. Put the dummy at this distance. We don't need her. She's certainly going to create trouble. Come.
Would fight, would weep, would fast. I don't know.
Would tear thyself?
Would tear thyself? Be buried quick.
I'll do it.
Some of us try to remember our lines, while others just flow naturally.
Come on, let me be practical. No, this is not important. I can always do it. You have 100 people waiting, and we have the weather now.
Julia Wilson-Dixon is the voice coach, so Franco calls her Shakespeare's widow, and we're working on lines and diction, intonation. She knows her stuff.
Would fight, would fast, would tear thyself. I'll do it.
Films are rarely shot in sequence. They're shot in the order that makes most economic sense, with sets and things. So we start 2/3 of the way in. This is a story brimming with bodies, and today's corpse belongs to Ophelia. Among the mourners, Claudius the king, now married to the widow of the brother he murdered, Queen Gertrude. Laertes, Ophelia's brother, bids her farewell.
Plague on that cursed head whose wicked deed thy most ingenious sense deprived thee of! What is he whose grief bears such an emphasis, whose phrase of sorrow conjures a wandering star?
Hamlet's come to pay his respects to Ophelia, but he's not the most popular person at this burial.
This is I, Hamlet the Dane! Devil, take thy soul! I prithee, take thy fingers from my throat, for I have it in me.
This is very much an action picture. There are more things to worry about here than getting your lines right.
Great. Does that catch the sword at all? Yeah. It does?
Keep getting this in my neck.
One more? Make sure I forget my line.
Boys, make it more articulate, not just massive, but bodies there. Try to separate them in an intelligent fashion, not an animal.
Hold off thy hand! Pluck them asunder!
Hamlet! Hamlet!
I loved Ophelia. 40,000 brothers.
We're practicing, kicking it around like a football team.
Make up my son.
It's vital to get your timing spot on until Glenn's widow's weeds pull up the flow of the scene. It's nothing unusual. I got my frock caught on a coffin once.
Oh, my God!
Before we all kicked off on this assignment, I'd read Hamlet, I'd seen Hamlet, but I'd never actually played Hamlet. It's more than a part. It's an assault on your personality. Every passing day, his doubts become more your doubts.
There's a section in there where it goes, would weep, would fight, would weep, would fight, would fast, would tear thyself. And it's just, it lacks something.
I'll do it. And it just lacks intonation because it's at that pitch where it seems like it's
Right,
not...
that's absolutely right. It is slightly unnoted.
Yes. It's not easy.
Swoon, show me what they'll do!
It's like when you hit a tennis ball, you know, there's a sweet spot on the racket. You can feel the ball fly off it. Well, it's the same with this game, you know, a little bit. Sometimes when you hit the sweet spot, nobody else hits theirs.
Don't face me with leaping in a grave!
You do it, and it's kind of final because then they move the camera somewhere else, so you can't really show it anymore. That evening, you'll get an idea that, why didn't I think of that, or why didn't I do that? You'll just get a whole new look at it. But that process goes on right up till, you know, it's a toss of a coin.
But isn't it always the case when you're making a film that you're never really satisfied?
In a way, yes, but this is more intensified, that feeling. Because you can go so many different ways with it. I mean, it's a minefield.
Sir Franco.
Glenn Close is an actress who seems totally in control. Correction, is totally in control, whether she's running wild in Fatal Attraction or toying with other people's lives in Dangerous Liaisons. She's only a little older than me, so I'm glad I wasn't the guy who had to call her up and ask her to play my mother.
His mother?
Jean-Luc. My Gertrude is very alive. I think she had Hamlet at a very early age, married a much older man, and all her sensuality, all her kind of physical comfort she got from her son. They grew up together. She's very athletic, she's vital, she's a stunning person. She's a kind of woman that 3 men are revolving around.
So much for the hair.
Not yet, darling.
Franco is obsessive with every minute detail, every garment, every image, every visage.
Your sister will help you.
He said to me the other day, he gave me a 20-minute lecture on it. I found it very hard to believe, but he did, saying, you keep doing this in the close-up, you can do this, it looks ugly. It's just not good, we can't use your close-up, she looks ugly here, even no cheekbones. Someone like Glenn, she looks beautiful, because you always know she has here, even when she's ugly, she's beautiful. But you're ugly, I can't use it, can't use it.
Upset you?
Yes, I'm now on a diet.
Helena Bonham Carter, so striking in Room with a View, or any room for that matter, was quite simply born to play Ophelia. But Ian Holm thinks he was born too late to play her father.
Polonius, I thought I'm a bit young, perhaps. And he said, well, it's usually played by somebody who's too old. And you're a good actor, darling, so, you know, it'd be nice to have you on board. And he's very charming. So I was really quite chuffed to be asked. Having said that, they didn't have any money. And I thought long and hard about that and then said, no, I'm not going to do it. But then they gave me a little bit more, so I did it. But a little bit more.